Hey, guess what? If you have been enjoying the iOS 16.0 release, guess what? iOS 16.1 is coming. It's getting released. I do have the beta for it, but it's gonna get released to public on. I'm running beta 5 on this phone. This is iPhone X or iPhone 10. It's coming in on October 24th. So in this video, I want to talk about some really interesting and cool features that I think you're going to love. I do have access to some of these, so I'll share these with you, and then some will be limited to. So I'm running iOS 16 on iPhone 10, but if you have 14 Pro, Pro Max, you're going to have even more features coming in iOS 16.1. So number one, let's jump into it. So one thing I noticed is the battery percentage indicator. So on the top, the battery numbers are actually bigger now. So obviously you can turn on the battery percentage in iOS 16. In 16.1, the numbers, the battery percentage number is really big. So that's awesome change that making in iOS 16.1. The other thing, I don't have access to that, but inside your battery charging, you're gonna get clean energy. I don't have that feature on iPhone 10. And by the way, if you want to know, I've been running iOS 16.1 on my iPhone 10 or X. If you want to learn more or want me to do a video about how the performance is, the battery percentage, battery drain is, let me know. I can create a video tutorial about running iOS 16 on older iPhones. All right, let's go to our next one. So it's related to battery too. So some iPhones did not get the battery percentage indicator, like the 11 XR, 12 and 13 mini. They're all gonna get the battery indicator in iOS 16.1. So something to look forward to. All right, now let's talk about the next one. Is we're gonna go to settings. And now App Store, there's a really cool feature that's coming in iOS 16.1. It's in-app content, and then it's turned on by default. So what this really does is automatically run apps in the background to download content. So if you run a lot of games or really heavy apps, you're gonna find they're gonna launch very quickly and smoothly, because they will run they will get the data before you even launch the content, or the data before you even launch the app on your phone. So really interesting change that Apple is making in 16.1. So be looking out for that. All right, next one is a lot of people don't use some apps. So for example, the Wallet app. And in the past, we've never been able to delete this, but it's gonna change. Watch. So press and hold, and now you're able to delete the app. So if you don't use the Wallet app or some of the other like iPhone apps, guess what? You can delete these. So that was our feature number 5. All right, feature number 6. It's really interesting too. When you go to customize your lock screen, now you can customize. So in iOS 16, you can customize your lock screen and then apply the changes as appear. But now you can customize lock screen or home screen. So you get a choice. So iPhone is really making the customization easy for us. And look at that. You can make changes that you want. And then when you hit done, it's going to apply to the lock screen. So again, how do you get there? Customize, and now you have the option to customize the lock screen or the home screen. So Apple is making the customization easier for us. Another change that I'm not going to have on this phone, but if you have iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max, you're going to be able to see live activities at the bottom and in your dynamic island. Live activities are kind of like looking at your live scores of different games that you have. So that's the other change that's coming. Now, one big change that's coming, and that's probably the biggest, Apple's promised the shared photo library. I don't have it on this phone, but you will be able to create photos library, a shared one with your family and friends, and then you can add people to it. Whoever you want to, you can add up to 5 people, and then share your photos, your memories with them easily. So imagine going to a trip with friends or family. You can create a shared library or album, and then everyone can contribute to that. So that's another thing that's coming. I don't have that on my iPhone 10 right now. One thing you'll realize, I'm running beta right now. So in beta, you'll notice that you don't have all of these features, some of these, but then obviously when the final version drops, Apple kind of puts in some surprises for us and some really like cool things for us. Another last thing I'll mention, I think it's feature number 8. I already lost the count. If you do use the wallet app, you will be able to add savings account to your wallet app. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. By the way, I don't know if you noticed it, but from your lock screen, you're able to launch apps. So for example, look at this. I'm able to launch apps like Instagram, Twitter, whatever apps you can select. So if you want to learn more about how to do this, how to launch apps, I'm going to put a video on the screen. Go watch that video so you can set it up. It's really cool. And then before you go, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and also like this video. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.